Roses are red, violets are blue. Tell us we're pretty, but don't lie to us, dude. Hey y'all, it's your girl Victoria DiNatale, and today we're going to talk about dating. Specifically, 5 myths that men tell us they want us to do. And I call them myths because they say they want us to do them. But if you do them, it's actually a really bad idea. And it's probably gonna not work out. I don't know why y'all want dating advice from me, because I'm single as a Pringle. Always. This is how single I am. So let's dive into the myths. Myth number 1. You can call me baby girl. Call me, text me. No. I'm good. So let me tell y'all something about a man. If a man likes you, and only if a man likes you, he will find your number. And he will go to exorbitant lengths to get your number. He will track you down. He will track your number down. He will find it in the freaking phone book, on Facebook, whatever. He will go through other people to get your number. He will do whatever it takes to find your number and call you. And don't give me this crap about men are shy. No, they're not. Actually, no. If they're not calling you, it's because they don't want to call you. Now, this is the United States of America. And if you want to call that boy, by all means, you use your freedom of speech to call that boy or text that boy first. And then I want you to come back and I want you to report back to class about how that's working out. See, I've learned over the years. And so when a guy tries to give me his phone number and he's like, call me, I'm like, oh no, actually, you call me. And then I give him my phone number and I wait for him to initiate conversation. We have got to stop making things so easy for these men. Why are we taking the work out of this whole process for them? We're just making ourselves so available that they think that they can just do nothing. They don't even have to call us first. They don't have to text us first. And you know what this leads to? This leads to them not calling when they say that they're going to call, not texting when they say they're going to text, because they're just not that interested. Myth number 2. I want to know everything about you. I want to know your story. Tell me everything about you. Women, it would behoove us not to reveal too much about ourselves too early in the game. It would behoove us not to give away so much detail about ourselves. Because when we give too much information about ourselves early on, we do one of 2 things. Number 1, we've officially eliminated all mystery that there is. And number 2, when we reveal so much about ourselves so early on, it takes away the work for the man. He no longer has to observe you and call you and talk to you and learn these details about you a little bit at the time. He's like, okay, and now what? Myth number 3. You should drive to see me. Now, I have been on both sides of this coin, ladies. I have been on the one hand of the coin where I've had men drive from within my city to see me. They have driven from other cities to see me. They have driven from other states to see me. They have flown from other parts of the country to see me. And then on the other hand, I've had men not even drive from within my own city to see me. Clearly, the ones that were willing to drive a long distance or fly were the ones that were interested in me. And the ones that did not were not interested in me. But do you think, ladies, if we drive a distance to see a man or we fly to see a man, do you really think that that's going to make him like us more if he doesn't like us to begin with? Myth number 4. It would be cool if we kissed on the first date. This is another one that I have been on both sides of the fence for. I have definitely been on dates where I have, felt a good vibe. I have felt like things were going well, that there was a connection, and I said, well, he's showing signs of interest. I'm gonna kiss him. Been on the other end where I didn't kiss on the first date, and I kind of waited a little bit longer. And I can tell you, ladies, that it has never, not one time, ever gone anywhere with any of the men that I have kissed on the first date. In fact, it's always been the opposite. It's been that they've stopped calling, that they've stopped texting, and essentially that they just eventually ghost. Why? Because we're taking out the mystery for them. We are making things so easy and so available for them that they essentially just think that they can get anything that they want without ever having to work for it. All they had to do to get that first kiss was to show up. And ladies, we have got to stop giving them this idea, this notion that all they have to do is show up. Myth number 5. Why don't you just come over to my place? We'll just chill at my place. Absolutely freaking not. Ladies, if you go over to the man's apartment, or if he comes over to your apartment or house or whatever, you are saying that you are not worth the money for a date. You are not worth the time. You are not worth the effort. You are not worth the inconvenience. You are not worth the creativity of planning a date. But I know you're worth the time and the money and the effort and the inconvenience and the creativity of planning a date, and you know you are worth those things. And if a man does not see those things, and if he is not willing to put forth the work for those things, then he is a piece of work, and you need to tell the man goodbye. So those are just some of the things that I have learned through my very tragic dating experience. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments below. Women, what have been your experience with doing these myths? Men, what do you think about these myths? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave the comment below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and you can also find me on Instagram at Victoria DiNatale. Thank y'all so much for tuning in as always, and peace, love.